Back here in the U.S., lawmakers already wrestling with this health care bill will need to refocus their attention on the debt ceiling, as the deadline to deal with it is tomorrow. And Wall Street will be watching. Chief Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel reports tonight on the next battle brewing on Capitol Hill.
The United States is due to hit the debt ceiling, the government's ability to borrow money, tomorrow night. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin addressed the issue during his confirmation hearing.
The president has made it perfectly clear, and I think it's perfectly clear, that honoring the U.S. debt is the most important thing.
Mnuchin sent a letter last week to House Speaker Paul Ryan noting the deadline is approaching, writing, quote, Treasury anticipates that it will need to start taking certain extraordinary measures in order to temporarily prevent the United States from defaulting on its obligations. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell tried to keep the markets calm when asked about it today.
We'll be talking to the Secretary of the Treasury about timing, but obviously we will raise the debt ceiling.
House Democratic Leader Nancy Pelosi has called for a clean debt ceiling increase, meaning without conditions. Today, Senate Democratic Leader Chuck Schumer challenged the GOP to step up on this issue.
First, let's see if there are enough Republicans who will vote to raise the debt ceiling now that they're in charge. We Democrats have never used it as a weapon.
The top House Democrats on the Budget Committee, John Yarmuth, and Ways and Means, Richard Neal, sent a letter to President Trump just yesterday writing, quote, you have promised the American people that you will not support Republican proposals to cut Social Security and Medicare. We would remind you that a failure to raise the debt limit would also prevent us from honoring those promises to seniors. In October 2015, Congress passed a budget agreement to allow the Treasury to issue new debt as needed through March 15th. The debt has grown since then from $18.1 trillion to $19.9 trillion. Press Secretary Sean Spicer notes the White House is releasing its budget this week, calling it part and parcel of an approach to fiscal responsibility.
How we address our budget deficits, our debt, and our spending going forward is something that is a holistic conversation that the Secretary and Dr. Mulvaney and others and the President and Vice President are engaging with Congress on.
It sounds like the Trump administration intends to show a commitment to trim the budget and then will ultimately ask lawmakers to extend the borrowing authority. But nothing happens around here until it's deadline time. Brett?
Mike Emanuel live on the Hill. Mike, thank you.